Well, the black hole that started off at 22 billion is now fucking 50 billion or something. I've been looking right across the board here. I'm not looking at mainstream media news because that's just total crap. Okay, the BBC or Sky, you can't listen to. That's not news. It's their take on the news. Their left-wing biased fucking news. But what I'm talking about is the amount of money that we owe here in England, and it's going to get worse with the autumn statement coming up in another couple of months. Rachel Reeves, who has no idea how to run the economy, she's running it into the ground, which is typical of what Labor do, okay? And that black hole, we are looking at a situation that's very reminiscent of the 1970s. You probably don't remember it, when we had to go to the International Monetary Fund, yes, with a begging bowl to get some money to bail us out. How fucking embarrassing. The world's fifth largest fucking economy, and we're in such shit because we've fucked it up already. Raising the national insurance contribution, big mistake. Giving the train drivers any fucking more money is a big mistake, yet they're all fucking on strike again this weekend, the last long weekend before schools go back. Thank you very much indeed. And the underground fucking tube drivers are on strike. Why don't we just automate them? We've got the technology to automate the whole fucking thing. We don't need the fucking train drivers. We don't need them at all. This is 2025. But no, we've got to fucking have them and pay the money, and they just make our lives a fucking misery. You know, we have the worst train services in the world, you know, and you look at France and the rest of Europe, and particularly Southeast Asia, my God, if you look at China, Japan, oh my God, South Korea, they're streets ahead of us. They're bounding ahead of, and we're going fucking backwards, and we could have to bail ourselves out. But I'm going to tell you something now. I could tell them how to save a lot of money. First of all, get rid of overseas aid. There's 10 billion in your pocket without turning a hair. And that's keeping a couple of billion just for those really catastrophic events, okay? And where we really have to go out and help them out, okay? So 10 billion there. We paid, with quantitative easing after the 2008 crash, the banks who got us into this fucking situation, and they got fucking bailed out. Can you believe it? They got bailed out, even though they were completely incompetent. A bit like the Bank of England now, reducing interest rates. Big mistake, inflation going through the roof, and it's going to get worse, okay? Reducing interest rates is a bad idea. I've said it so many times in my inflation booklet, which I got right way before this government. Okay, it's going to go up and up and up. If you keep doing that, you're wrong. I'm sorry if you've got a mortgage. You choose to get a mortgage. I didn't ask you to get a mortgage. You have to know that the future interest rates can go up as well as down. You've been living in low interest rate period for a long time now, and you just expect it. And then you start whinging and bitching about it when it goes up by 0.25% or 0.5%. What they need to do is raise it. Raise interest rates, okay? Raise it and be quick about it. Too late, I think, now. So we don't want to go to the IMF. So what we could do is to save our money, and we could do it tomorrow. This government stop paying interest to banks on the money that they got from quantitative easing. They never earned that money. They got it for free. Even though they'd been incompetent, they got all this money for free, and the British government are paying them interest, and it's billions a year, the money they never earned. We should stop paying that immediately. And I estimate, well, we don't know the exact figure, but you're probably looking at a saving of around 30 to 40 billion. On top of the saving I just talked about, foreign aid, there's 50 billion, just like that. Almost solves our problems. Now, of course, they're not going to listen to me. Of course they're not. They're going to say, well, you can't do that. And other economists are going to come in here and say, you can't do that, you can't do this, because that. And the fucking left-wing fucking wankers out there who all want to have fucking immigration out of control, but they don't take them into their own homes. Okay. Oh, these poor people are suffering. No, they're fucking not. Have you looked at them? They look pretty fucking healthy to me. But they're coming over here and getting free food, free lodging, they're free dental and free everything on top of everything else, which is fucking ridiculous, and people are fed up with it, okay? And kicking them out of the hotels doesn't solve the problem either, because they're now putting them into fucking nursing homes and all sorts of accommodations right across the country. Big internment camp, razor wire, we've got ex-military bases or RAF bases or whatever, make it into a huge internment camp, properly policed, bare minimum when they come in. They're looked after, but it's a bare minimum. Quickly go through their documentation. If they don't have any, hard fucking luck, buddy. You're in the next train or plane or fucking boat out of here, okay? Because we don't want them. We can't afford them. This is going to be a problem if we don't do something about it now, and we've got to do it now rather than later. But we're walking blindfolded into a nightmare, as I keep saying, and not only me, but other people too, right across the board on social media. We in the UK are genuinely concerned. Hence, you've got people out, raising the flag and being proud to be British. Look after us, okay? And what about those people painting the crosses and George on the I think they're doing them on the fucking pedestrian walkways and on roundabouts. I think it's wonderful. I think it's fantastic. Well done to them. But of course, you've got the Lambeth Council or one of the councils. Oh, that's very provocative. We've got to remove those flags. The British flag, we've got to remove that flag. And the Birmingham Council, who couldn't fucking organise a piss up in the brewery. Look at the state of Birmingham. Oh, my God, it's nearly as bad as California under Newcomb, Newscomb, or whatever his fucking name is. So I diverted there a little bit to my American colleagues. But anyway, this is how we can solve the problem. Okay, is it a good idea? I think it's a good idea. So follow Pete for further updates on the economic situation, and I'll tell you how to solve it. Solar power sucks, but it's working at the moment because we've got lots of sun. Today, wind is producing 3.4% of our power. Those huge fucking turbines that they're everywhere, and that little irritating little shit called Ed Miliband wants us all to go net zero by tomorrow fucking morning at fucking 6 o'clock. And then we're paying through the fucking nose for our power, our electricity, our gas, our fucking heating oil and everything, higher than just about anywhere else in the world, which is ridiculous. We shouldn't be doing that. But here we are with these fucking wind farms, which are useless. Good old nuclear, she's banging away there, producing 12.8% of our energy, and it never stops. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the quicker we get more nuclear energy, there's a new power station being built. It's taken for fucking ever. I mean, it couldn't, fucking pathetic. It's supposed to be open and operational by 25, 7 years, and now they're talking another 5 years. Jesus Christ, it's pathetic. It's, what is it called? Like a Hinkley Point C or something. It's going to be a big one. It'll produce about another 12 to 15% of our power when it comes on stream. And it only costs, I think it's only about 20 billion over fucking budget. Jesus Christ. It's pathetic, this country. We are such a backward country now, and we led the fucking world. We led the world in the bloody 1950s. Well, right, for centuries we led the world. Whether you agree with that or not, I don't give a shit. I'm telling you what I think. Who invented the fucking jet engine? I didn't invent the jet engine. Okay, well, I had a bit to do. No, I didn't. It was what was his name? I've forgotten his name. Anyway, he invented the jet engine, and then we invented. I think we invented everything really in the UK. What didn't we invent? Oh crikey, I can't remember now. It was Sir Frank Whittle. Okay. Sir Frank Whittle, and he invented the jet engine. It was a centrifuge type compressor on the engine, but it was a good one, and it powered the first British fighter with jet engine was the Meteor, if I remember rightly, and it was actually operational in 1944. And of course the Germans had the ME-262 as well. But anyway, that was another invention by the British. What else did we invent? Oh, we invented just about everything. So, just chuck it out there. That'll piss everybody off, particularly Americans and and people from all over the world. I'm being a bit sarcastic here, folks, but I am genuinely worried about what's happening in the UK and, what's going to happen in the future. I'm worried about the financial situation, seriously worried, okay? And, the triple lock will be announced next month, how much we're going to get increase, and it'll be inflation plus 2.5%, so it could be as much as 6.5%, quite a bit. And what's it going to do? Put a load of pensioners in through the tax threshold, which they promised they were going to raise, and of course they broke that promise and they won't raise that threshold. So it'll put a load of people into the tax bracket, so they'll have to pay, albeit it won't be much, maybe £100, £150 a year, but you get 8 million people paying. That's a lot of money. They don't give a shit about this. They look after the old people. They couldn't give a shit. Nobody cares about us old people. Nobody comes around here and knocks on the fucking door and says, can I mow your grass? Even your fucking neighbours, who turn out to be a bunch of tossers. But anyway, it is what it is. Life is... I'm a big giver. I've given lots of people lots of work and lots of jobs over the years, and they've all fucking turned their backs on me. Now I hardly ever fucking speak to them. When I was helping them out and they had really well-paid jobs, I was the best thing in the world. And now, nobody gives a shit. Well, I think you're all amazing because you do actually care. Thank you.